Hello guys, this is CodeNCode and this is introductory lecture for C++ design pattern series, right? Earlier we have covered design patterns in Java and I got a lot of requests that we should also cover the design patterns in C++ also. So here we are, right? So in this lecture we are going to cover what we are going to learn in this series, what design patterns we'll be covering, of course, creational, behavioral and all. Every design pattern we are going to cover the major ones that has higher probability of appearing in your low level design interviews, right? So we are going to cover everything, right? So let's take a look what we are going to learn in this series. So first of all, what are design patterns? Of course, so design patterns are basically a general solution or typical solution to your recurring software development problem. So basically design patterns are typical solution to commonly occurring problems in software design. Like let's say you are in a situation where you have a class and you only want one entry point to that class. That means only one object. You can do that using design patterns, specifically singleton design pattern, right? You have different like payment methods, right? You have a situation where you want to implement different payment method like credit card, debit card, UPI, net banking, etc. And you want to be able to change the method of payment at runtime. You can do it using strategy pattern, right? So there's so many situations, or you can say design problems that can be solved using these design patterns, right? So design patterns are nothing but typical solution of your reoccurring or commonly occurring problems in software design, of course, right? And of course the pattern is not a specific piece of code. Yes, it is not a specific piece of code, but a general specification, like this is how you should solve this problem. Okay, so the pattern is not a specific piece of code but a general concept of solving a particular problem, right? So you can follow the, of course, pattern details and implement a solution that fits your requirement. That is absolutely possible. Okay, so these are design problems. These are basically solution to your commonly occurring design problems in software development. Okay, now why do you want to learn design patterns? Why you should learn design pattern? If I had to answer this in a single word, I would say the literal. I mean, in a single line, I would say this is literally the difference between a junior and senior engineer, literally. Okay, so let's see. First of all, these solutions, design patterns are solution, as we discussed, right? These solutions are tried and tested solution over the years in the industry. Okay, so the solution that we are going to discuss, whichever thing we call design patterns, are actually tried and tested for many years in the software development industry. Okay, so of course, I mean, since these have been tried and tested and have been used for years and years, definitely these are better solution to the others you might think. Okay, and of course these are common language doesn't mean like there is a specific language to implement these. No, you can implement this in any language you want: C++, Java, Python, etc., right? Common language means this is a common language between a software developer. Like when I tell you that, hey, I was having this situation and I have implemented using singleton pattern, in an instant you understand that, oh, you have implemented something that has only single entry point. That means you can only create one instance of that object, right? So this is a common language between the software developers, and it makes it easier to understand the code. You can just tell them, hey, I have implemented the payment method using strategy pattern, and the guy will understand, okay, there will be an interface, multiple implementation of that, and this and that, everything they'll be able to understand just by telling that I have solved this problem using this pattern. Okay, so these are common language, of course. And of course, as I said, this is literally the difference between good and better programmer. Okay, now what are the types of design patterns? There are three categories for design patterns. Creational patterns. So basically, creational design patterns provide you various object creation mechanisms. So as the name suggests, creational patterns, these are different design patterns that help you create objects, right? And again, all of these are for different scenarios. We'll learn about 4 or 5 creational design patterns. All of them are for different scenarios. Okay, we'll learn that. So creational design patterns provide you various object creation mechanism which increase flexibility and reuse of existing code. Okay, which is very important part in software development. Structural design pattern. Structural design patterns basically explain how to assemble objects and classes into larger structures. Okay, and while keeping these structures flexible and efficient. Right, these are structural design pattern. One of my most favorites are actually behavioral design pattern, and even in the behavioral design pattern, one of my favorite is strategy pattern, because as you already know, I have been teaching low level design also using Java, right? And if you have seen that, there are a lot of scenarios where behavioral strategy design patterns is used. Okay, now, for example, if you are creating a repository, you can use strategy pattern to create in-memory repository, DB, SQL repository, no SQL repository, X, Y, Z, right? And then you have payment method like UPI payment method, credit card payment method, XYZ payment method, right? So strategy pattern I have seen while teaching the low level design is that it has been used in a lot of places, and that comes under behavioral design patterns. So behavioral design patterns are concerned with algorithms and the assignment of responsibilities between objects. Most importantly, you can call it the algorithm or the main business logic, right? Like the iterator pattern, right? Or strategy pattern. There are so many. I'll discuss those in the next slide, right? So these are major categories of design patterns that we are going to cover. Okay, let's see for each category what we are going to cover. For creational pattern, we'll learn about the factory method pattern, abstract factory pattern, builder, prototype, and singleton pattern. Right, now again, we will learn all of this in detail. We'll learn the situation these are used in along with the implementation. If there exists more than one implementation with one having the edge over the other in certain scenarios, I am going to discuss, of course, all of that, given the fact that you have enough patience to sit down through the lecture, because it's going to be a bit boring because you are going to learn a lot of things, right? Theoretical and of course practical. So you should have patience so I can teach you all of this. Otherwise, if I have to rush the lectures, unfortunately, I have to leave some part of it. Okay. So creational in the creational pattern, we'll be learning factory, abstract factory, builder, prototype, and singleton pattern. For the behavioral pattern, my bad, I covered the behavioral pattern first. I should, my bad. Yeah, I covered the behavioral pattern before the strategy, structural pattern. My bad. Okay, so in the behavioral pattern, we are going to cover. Did I miss something? Let me just check. Yeah, I think I missed the structural pattern. Apologies for that. So, of course, we have creational pattern. Then we have structural pattern. In the structural pattern, we'll cover adapter pattern, bridge pattern, composite pattern. This adapter pattern I have used in Android development. If you have done Android development, you already know you create recycler view, right? To create a list of object, like, right? And then what you do, you create adapters, and that is exactly your adapter design pattern. So adapter design patterns: bridge, composite, decorator. You might have used this also. Facade, very important, I have used multiple times. This is basically for the simplicity. Okay. Flyweight and proxy, we are going to cover all of this in great detail. Okay, and now my most favorite, the behavioral pattern. So we have COR, that is chain of responsibility. If you have worked with Spring Boot application, there are there are filters, like there are filters, right? Security filters, those are implemented using chain of responsibility principle. Then mediator pattern, command pattern, state pattern, if you are implementing like vending machine or ATM machine, something or or something like order processing system like Amazon or something, you'll be implementing state pattern, right? Then we have iterator, then strategy, as I said, one of my favorite design patterns. Memento, template, observer, and visitor. Out of all this, observer is my favorite. Okay, so these are the behavioral design pattern that we are going to cover. Okay, and for all of these, again, I'll teach you the scenarios these are used, how to implement this, and if their implementation differs a little bit based on the scenario, I'll discuss that too. Okay, so yeah, this is it for the introductory lecture. And in starting from the next lecture, we are going to start studying design patterns using C++. And the first one that we are going to cover You can let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, my personal suggestion is that we start with factory method pattern. Okay. So yeah, this is it for this lecture. Thank you guys for watching, and till the next video drops, keep coding. Thank you.